welcome to the Banter with Alex Bertsch. This week I'd like to talk to all of you about the issue surrounding the firing of Jim Jonas as the assistant coach of West Fargo High School football team. Now, I know there are lots of people that have been angry about this, going so far as to have a sit-in here at school today, and that I think that they are very passionate about this issue and that they are not completely wrong. However, I see that both sides of this issue have been very wrong in their actions and how they've handled it. Now, I'd like to start off by talking about how the administrative staff could have handled this issue a lot better by not releasing the information of why Jonas was fired. They have been hurting the image of West Fargo High School and been damaging students' minds, thinking that this is something unfair and unjust. And had they just released why Jonas had been asked to resign, rather, then they would have easily avoided a lot of the controversy that has been going on here at school for the past week. Now, relating to this, we have to see that they do have certain personal they are unable to comment about certain personal matters because of the confidentiality agreements and other things that they have to follow. Now they have been very wrong in how they've handled the situation, and it has been blown out of proportion. However, to all the students out there who believe that Mr. Jonas should not have been fired and that this is somehow unjust with campaign slogans "Justice for Jonas" and "Free Jonas," they are also wrong in their belief that Jonas is completely innocent. Now, I'd like to read an excerpt from the letter that Activities Director Kurt Jones sent to Jonas on November 8th asking him to resign. As Activities Director at West Fargo High School and as an instructor of the NFHS Fundamentals of Coaching class, it is my duty to protect the integrity and image of all West Fargo High School co-curricular programs and all student participants within each program. I would be remiss in executing my responsibility to further allow you, Mr. Jonas, to continue to coach at our school in these two sports. Furthermore, if you do not meet certain responsibilities expected of you by our West Fargo High School administrative team, you will not be issued a contract as assistant track and field coach in the spring. Now, reading this excerpt, I thought to myself that this really shows that there's not a plausible reason that they would ever fire him for nothing. They show that they have a strict criteria of why they are firing him that has not been released to the public yet. Furthermore, I find it hard to believe that they would ever fire a teacher from a coaching job for no reason. They obviously have some reason, and it's not like this is unexpected, as on February 3rd, 1995, in a junior varsity game at West Fargo against Grand Forks Central, Jonas had an altercation with an official that eventually led to his being fired from that position, and thus his rehiring in 2002-2003. Now, as we see, there's been a lot of controversy. I'm not saying that Mr. Jonas is a bad guy, but I'm saying that the district had the right to fire him if they so wanted, and that they have their reasons. So to everyone who's saying that this is all unjust and that they have to get justice for Jonas and free Jonas from the tyranny of the West Fargo District School Board, I can't help but think that there's obviously some reason, and if we were given a reason, that we wouldn't have reacted this poorly to it. I know that there have been other teachers who I've seen come and go for different reasons and here at school, and they were given, and the reasons got out very quickly, and the students cared a lot less. And I would think that had this situation been handled better by administration, we wouldn't have had such a controversy like we did today. Now, as much as I believe that both sides are wrong, I must issue that no one here is... I'm not trying to say that Mr. Jonas is a bad guy. I'm sure he's a great guy, but I'm saying that he did something wrong. He somehow broke the rules of what the administration expected of him, and that is why he got fired. The firing was probably right and probably just, and thus I don't think we should be arguing as much as we are about why he was fired and how it was unjust. When you say justice for Jonas, I don't believe that anyone is getting justice by arguing that he shouldn't have been fired. The people who are getting justice are the people who are... No one is getting justice in this situation. Now, as I would like to also comment that I think Jonas has done a great job of handling the situation so far by trying to not back support and trying to say that he does not want the support that he's been receiving. And I think that is a great thing because as he understands the situation better than a lot of students who are supporting him, he knows that he doesn't want to have this fight here. And for that reason, I can't help but think that all the students who are yelling about Free Jonas, tweeting things such as Fire Fremstead, then maybe we should all back down and calm and step off our soapbox and let this be handled by our administrative staff and by Mr. Jonas. So thank you for tuning into the banter for this week. If you have any questions for me, please comment on the video below or tweet me at Alex Bertsch. I'll see you next week, West Fargo.